Hello everyone, welcome along to another episode of Motor Town. I'm in an office just now, a very particular office. I'm in here for no real reason, other than frankly I'm stuck. That's why I'm in here. I was not doing donuts inside a police station. That was somebody else. Can I steal this? Can I drive this yet? No. Let's steal this one. I pushed it over. Okay. Cool. Um, so yeah, this is Sunday's episode, and I'm obviously recording this on Friday. And for those of you who don't know, this series has a bit of a purpose, a goal, if you will. It is a really large goal. This does donuts so much easier than a Lancia, which is now red, by the way. Forgot to mention that. Lancia's now red. But the purpose of this series is to, well, own more or less, well, not more or less, literally, everything that can be owned. Every plot, every house, every garage, every vehicle, every crash we have to own it all. Me as well. Me as well grabbing this en route. And I've been completely neglecting an entire type of vehicle. And I'd like to rectify that. I'd like to purchase all of that type of vehicle, like a supermarket. And some people who know this game will know exactly where I am and where I'm going. But I'm going right here. This game does indeed have motorcycles in it. 3 to be exact. These 3. A moped, an old bob style, and a sports bike. I believe it's just the same 3 that's inside. Ooh. Boots and clothes and things. Don't think you can buy any of them. It is indeed the same 3 inside, and it looks like there's going to be more things added in the future, because there's more of these stands. There's quite a few outside, and then a bigger one. I wonder what's going there. Possibly a quad. That would be great fun. I need this table for my garage. Yes, I need it. But let's buy the Scooty. $2,000. It's a scooter. So when you turn, you lean. The Scooty can have a box on the back of it for delivering pizzas and burgers. And this is the Scooty in sport mode. It's a beast. It's so fast you can barely drive it. I think it only has 1 gear. But it can be made quick. And can really take trees out apparently. But this is, it's not for me. I learned how to ride bikes before I got my driver's license in real life, and I've never owned a scooter. It's just not my cup of tea. I have bought a scooter for someone else before, but I've never owned one myself. So we own this now. We can live over there forever. We don't want that. Let's try this bike here. 6,000. I don't know if you can put a box on this or not. We will find out. Oh, that's a nice rumble to it. Oh, and more than 1 gear. Tickle me impressed already. Our bikes will obviously pretty much run on fresh air once you fill the tank. Well, that's it. I don't know if you can wheelie them. I've not found a way to do that, at least properly yet. if I had landed that, I'd have just done a backflip, and that would have been the coolest thing ever. Bikes also have this added benefit. Why pay a recovery fee when you can just get off them, get back on them, and there you go, back on your wheels. Oh, that's gone wrong. Oh my, that's not gonna be good for my face. So bikes are good. That bike's still a bit slow. That's not where that car belongs. I own one of these. That's not where that car belongs. But in the process of owning things, you can also buy this bike, which is that bike. You can also buy it from here. You can buy the scooty from the starting town, but the next bike on the list you can't buy anywhere else, as far as I know. I don't own one of them yet, do I? I don't think I do. I know I own that. That's the car you start with. That's the Dory. I've got one of them. I've got a couple of them. I've got a bright pink off-road version of that. No, and that. Don't think I have this muscle car. Is this muscle car painfully expensive? No, it's only 10,000. Let's buy this to go back with. Don't know what this is meant to be. A classic American muscle car of some description. I don't know my American muscle cars, if I'm being brutally honest. Again, I've not owned one of them either. Oh, there's a lay-by here. Wonder if this is an area that's got plans in the future. Of course, now that I have one of these, I'll see them everywhere. But I don't think you can buy this one at another dealership either. But more importantly, this is just our mode of transport. This is a car park. Not where I need to be. We want to go back to the bike dealership and buy the big bike, or the sports bike if you prefer. Whoops. See, it's my own vehicle, so I park it slightly nicely. We'll buy the red one because I actually prefer that colour anyway. 25,000. It's called the Zero. Probably because that's exactly how long in seconds I will survive riding this bike. It's a very pretty looking sports bike. Sounds like a sports bike. It's quick. Almost a double backflip. And like with the other bike, you just get off it, get back on it, and no, not the seat. And it stands itself back up. And this one is significantly quicker. Yeah, I landed that. Oh, this will do donuts. That's the biggest revelation I think I've ever made. But let's take this one, and we'll maybe spawn the other ones in, to the garage. That counts. That 100% counts as a front flip. It won't rev up though, or do a burnout. That's unfortunate. A bike that won't do a burnout. But if you're looking for a fast and cheap mode of transport, this is it. And at least in my case, I'll save a fortune on the recovery fees because you can normally always pick them up. But there is a dealership just down here. Not a dealership, this is a car tuning garage. So let's first of all repair it. I did significant damage and to damage the tire apparently. Okay, well I'm going to leave the colours as they are, but you can indeed change the colours, which is good to know. Let's reset that. Let's have a look at parts. So I'm going to put the big radiator on it. Intake, short intake, of course. And it has a inline 400 horsepower engine installed. But there's a bigger engine. 160 horsepower. I don't mind if I do. I'm gonna leave that engine there actually. No turbos unfortunately. And it's got the sports. Yeah, well that's absolutely fine. Suspension wise, I suppose you could change it. No wheel spacers. Right height. How does it look lowered? It's hitting the floor. Don't know if I like that. I think I'll just leave it as it is. One choice of tyres, the ones that are on it. One choice of wheels, the ones that are on it. No front bumpers, unfortunately. And you can't put a taxi license on it. That's just unfortunate. So this is what this bike can do. You might also know you can reverse these bikes. And they'll sometimes fall over when you get off them as well. But we'll not worry about that. Let's change our vehicle to this one. Gun throw. Repair it because I didn't damage it quite as much, but let's see what we can do to this. No skin options. Paint. Let's go blue with this one. For really no reason at all, other than the other one's red. This one can be blue. Parts wise, it's probably going to be more or less the same. Big radiator, short intake. Put the good gearbox on it, because why not? Final drive I think is about the same. And this one has a 30 horsepower engine. Let's put the 100 horsepower engine in it. Sell the 30 horsepower one. Again, no aero pieces. You can put a box on this as well. That's good to know. A sushi box. I think I'll give that a miss. It'll have the same suspension and things that you can put on it. Not sure that really counts as donuts, but it will now spin up and is significantly faster. Oh, I really thought that one was going to fall over there. And let's get the Scooty down and see what we can do with it. The Scooty is called the Scooty because it's a scooter and it's its actual name. Again, we'll repair it. Didn't suffer too much in the way of damage. No skin options for this one as well. Oof, that's hideous. Let's go for fluorescent pink and yellow. Yes, that's awesome. What's this one? Oh, on the front there, that can go yellow as well. And the seat can also go lighter yellow. No, cancel that. I don't want to delete it. Lighter pink, should I say. Parts, powertrain. big radiator, because even this I will still manage to blow up. Short intake, and it's got 2 scooter engines. You can have 10 horsepower, 15 horsepower, or just jump straight to the 100 horsepower, because of course I'm going to. No turbo again, only 1 gearbox. Final drive 14. No. Yeah, we can upgrade the brakes, the suspension. How does this look with lowering kit on it? It looks ridiculous. No rear spacers or anything like that. 1 tyre, 1 wheel, no aerodynamics, and this can also take the Italian style box on the back, but we're not going to do that. Jesus Christ, it nearly wheelied pulling away. I made an undrivable scooter. Possibly. This is in comfort mode as well. So this is the 3 bikes that you can purchase. And I will just wait for that. I've been run over. Just wait for that bar to go away, and we'll take a quick screenshot of them. And you might have noticed at the start of the episode, there is another bike you can ride, but not own, and I think it's back the other way. That is a bin lorry, a natural enemy of a motorbike. There is this police bike here that you can ride, which is a completely different type of bike altogether, but I am not high enough level to do that. These bikes are fun. So if you've never had the bikes before, my Lancia's still in the police station. They're definitely worth a consideration, because they are quick and fun. Like you can race them and fall off them. They're not very good off-road, as you can imagine. But as for on-road, these are obviously maxed out on power. And it's just a flying machine at this point. Does that count as an endo? That's the worst crash I've had yet. Oh, it just sprang back up onto its wheels. So we've now officially bought everything that you can buy from one dealership, which was what I wanted to achieve in today's episode. Not necessarily the bikes, but I'd actually forgotten that the bikes were a thing. I did buy a scooty early on, before I decided to do this game on YouTube, and disliked it and never really went back to it. But I think this is probably the next dealership that we'll buy everything from, because there's a taxi there that I'm fairly certain I don't own. That flowery thing at the end that I don't own, I think that's all from this dealership. So we're very much nearly almost just about there with buying the vehicles. But let's go and see what trouble we can get ourselves into while riding a crotch rocket at alarming speeds on roads that I can barely drive cars along. They don't turn very well at speed. And yet again, it's just up it goes. Don't know if that's an intended feature or just something that happened there. But if that is an intended feature, that's an awesome feature to have. It's very twitchy, 160 horsepower. That was a bit unnecessary. Yeah, when I push the button to get off the bike, it picks it back up. So that seems like that's happening on purpose. Pretty decent brakes. Not a fan of grass. Spins up very easily on grass. I think in this one you can pick up hitchhikers if you really wanted to. See how it is on sand. Something cars and trucks very much suffer with. I've had more than one vehicle stuck in the sand before. Like that. It just sinks in. But, bit of a weird episode in the sense that I've not achieved anything other than spending a little bit of money, probably the least money I've spent in it. It fell over. Probably the least money I've spent in an episode, but it's a Sunday episode. They generally are a little bit shorter than usual, but that's really all the bikes that the game has at the moment. Going by the look of the bike dealership, I would hazard a guess that at some point a developer plans on adding more, and possibly some quads or something like that, going by the size of the pads that they've put down. There's maybe a little footnote written somewhere about that in the developer's notes somewhere. So that's something to look out for, although I haven't heard anything about it in the upcoming update. That's not to say it's not going to be a little secret surprise thing that gets added in. I'd love to see bikes with small bike trailers or sidecars that you can take the small boxes or things like that with for just purely for the fun of it, or sidecars for doing like taxi style jobs in a bike. I think that would be awesome. And like a Harley style bike, I think they would all be really cool things to see in the game. But let me know down in the comment section what kind of bikes you'd like to see. Would you like to see quads, or are you just dead set against bikes? They have limited use, but they could be made to be useful if the developer wishes to do so. But I unfortunately only have time for a shorter video today. But thank you all very kindly for watching. If you have liked this episode, or if you've learned something new, then drop me a like down below. And if you're new to the channel, you can of course subscribe, and there's a link to Discord in the video description. And I will see you guys in the next episode, where we're starting a new week with a new week-long challenge, and see how we get on with that one. We didn't have one this week, we're going to have one next week, but you either have to join the Discord or wait until next week to find out what that challenge may be. But thank you all very kindly for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye for now.